All right, everything, let's make things clear. Since the beginning, everyone has been hoping that XRP will reach a huge milestone. $10,000 was not only a possible amount, but also a sure thing and a guess. That prediction just got a huge boost. We're talking about Larry Fink of BlackRock endorsing this picture. And he's not just talking about a measly $10,000 per share. Hey, he's making it sound like it's a must. Before we get into today's material, let's take a quick look back. I need a small favor. Go ahead and hit the bell, subscribe, and click the like button. Think about heavyweights as the meat. Big names in finance like BlackRock and Vanguard are now seriously considering using XRP for their international deals. Don't worry, things will get better. There are rumblings about BlackRock putting out an ETF that focuses on XRP. Yes, what you heard is true, but there's more. Wait a minute, not content to stop there. Larry Fink is now looking at the $30 trillion real estate market and has found, you guessed it, the key to its future. The 1.2 quadrillion worldwide swaps and traders that the ISDA provides make it possible to tokenize the whole system on the XRP ledger. For each part, there is a token, and below is a clip that is part of our video. That will get people's attention. Larry seems to be confirming BlackRock's plan for an XRP ETF, so we won't have to wait much longer. Feel free to watch this clip now. We are making it more safe and giving it more legitimacy by delaying the release of Bitcoin ETFs. Let me show you this. Are you going to make another ETF? Think about getting XRP or an ETF. I know you have Ether out there. Think about XRP. Would you like to answer that? I can't do what you want me to do. I do, yes. Can't all be happy together? Please give me the WP. Thank you. Recently, there have been a lot of strange things happening in the world of cryptocurrencies. This XRP image on the well-known exchange crypto.com is one of them, whose value went through the roof to an amazing $43,000. This is not a one-time thing. It fits with a bigger pattern of XRP's value going through the roof. You may remember that we talked about a $7,000 XRP problem at a major exchange just last week. Finally, crypto.com's turn. It looks like sudden rises in the value of XRP are happening more often on a number of exchanges. But let's turn our attention to something completely different. This is something I learned after doing a lot of research, and it's just as interesting as BlackRock or the general rise in the XRP market. We're going to talk about Gary Gensler, who took over as chairman of the SEC after Jake Clinton. Gensler always rates XRP as a security, which most of you probably already know. This part is interesting. It's true, Gary Gensler has a twin brother. Robert M. Gensler is my brother. They are the same age and look a lot alike. Robert is vice president of T. Price and plays a big role in the company. If you look into it more, you'll see that TR Price isn't just any investment, it's a major player in the field. Putting a lot of money into XRP, Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's strange that XRP is still considered a security when Gary Gensler runs the SEC. His brother-in-law has a lot of money invested in an investment firm that has a big stake in XRP. These interesting jutsu, along with other cryptocurrencies, raise a number of interesting concerns about the complicated dynamics at play in the areas of cryptocurrency investments and laws. This brings up the interesting possibility that Robert Gensler, vice president of T. Rowe Price, knows a lot about how much potential XRP has. A lot like Bitcoin. Also Ethereum, this idea is getting more popular. The SEC flatly rejects the idea of insider trading, even though the company has large holdings in these three cryptocurrencies. Several studies and papers have given different results. These studies, which focus on insider trading and market manipulation, have often shown that the SEC is doing some questionable things. SEC employees seem to be telling their family members about digital assets that might soon no longer be considered securities. This seems to be a trend. Then these family and friends invest early in these assets. When the asset is officially deemed not to be a security, its value soars, making these friends and family very rich by buying low and selling high. So let's look at how likely it is that Robert and Gensler knew from his brother Gary Gensler that the SEC might lose a lawsuit against XRP. This kind of information could mean that Congress will try to reach a deal because of the SEC and Ripple Labs. Now is a great time for smart investors to buy. But as the price of cryptocurrencies goes up, more money is flowing into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most importantly, XRP. This adds another chapter to the story. There is a lot of talk in the cryptocurrency community that XRP could go up to $10,000, $20,000, or even $60,000, especially from analysts who have been positive about the asset. Like Jack the Ripper predicts a sharp rise in value that could go over $589. Even though it's a bold prediction, it shows how people are becoming more interested in XRP and its potential in the cryptocurrency space. Wall Street wants a piece of the profitable XRP pie, and I think they won. with the help of an XRP ETF, the first big move will happen. Let's look into this development more, though. We have some very interesting news. A former Ripple director is interested in the news that JP Morgan has made a big move into XRP, which came from an analyst. This new information made me think, and we need to look into it more. This is how the story goes from here. When news came out that JP Morgan had invested in XRP, former Ripple director Ben Armstrong responded, which had something to do with the BitBoy cryptocurrency brand. A number of well-known people in the crypto community tweeted about this. According to one of his posts, JP Morgan has an impressive 7.5 million XRP tokens. Armstrong goes on to say that this deal was worth about 7.5% of JP Morgan's total wealth, but this claim's math is completely off. The current value of 7.5 million XRP, which is $4.46 million, is not even close to 7.5% of JP Morgan's wealth, since the bank's total assets as of 2023 were worth an amazing $3.89 trillion. Armstrong's math doesn't really add up, despite what he says. The importance of JP Morgan's alleged plan, which he thinks shows they have been secretly holding on to XRP, makes JP Morgan a rising star in the world of cryptocurrencies. That's it for the Wall Street story. It's possible that big names like JP Morgan will get into cryptocurrencies, especially XRP. Even though the math might not be 100% correct, it's still possible that big banks are thinking about getting involved in the space. Some interesting things have happened with XRP, which points to a bigger trend of traditional finance and digital currency coming together. Armstrong's bold comments have also made BlackRock more well-known. The big name in asset management is making a lot of noise by saying that BlackRock just got approval from its shareholders. That was not the end of Armstrong. He's also getting bigger because the Bitcoin ETF is thinking about adding XRP to its investments. These huge financial companies are investing in XRP, even though Ripple and the US are still in court over a lawsuit. Ceci shows a strong belief in XRP's bright future. Think about whether this is the thing. If the accumulating trend is real, it means that big banks are betting on XRP, even though it changes value a lot. Wall Street was always going to start using cryptocurrency. I've talked about this for more than 5 years, but it didn't seem possible at the time. But taking into account where Bitcoin is now and how unlikely it is that XRP will follow suit, I disagree with the idea that the question is not if, but when. Still, the situation shown in Armstrong's painting might not be the whole story. In fact, the story gets more complicated after Armstrong's shocking claims. Matt Hamilton, a former director of Ripple, added a healthy dose of skepticism. He questioned whether such a purchase was real and what effect it would really have on XRP, given how valuable the token is. When supply is over, Hamilton pulls out the calculator and figures out that there are now 100 billion XRP in circulation. Only 0.0075% of that amount, or 7.5 million XRP, is left. Armstrong said it was a cheesy reference to how often Armstrong's statements were unrealistic, suggesting that you'd almost need a satirical lens to make sense of it. In response, Hamilton joked, "I guess this is a parody account." Let's look at it in more depth, since the math speaks for itself. Even though it's very clear that the numbers don't add up, Hamilton's analysis of the facts, which showed how wrong the original claim was,